We know that you are all familiar with a prayer that many of you have learned as children, which is called the Lord's Prayer, and we wonder if you might not reconsider this prayer with the understanding that we may have to offer, for it is truly a central and worthwhile teaching of one of your great teachers. But it has been much misunderstood by your peoples, for it has led them to believe that there is an entity outside of themselves, bearing no resemblance or connection to themselves, to whom they pray and beseech assistance. My friends, to the best of our understanding, this is not so. This prayer begins, Our Father, which art in heaven, that is to say, love, which is in light. Hallowed be thy name, this is to say, holy be the name of creation, the word that means all that there is. Thy kingdom come, the kingdom of love. Thy will be done, the will of love, on earth as it is in heaven, the kingdom of love. Give us this day our daily bread. You must ask this, my friends, as a symbol for all of the needs and supplies of the illusion, for in the physical body you have many needs which must be fulfilled, food and drink and shelter. But love is the source of all supply, and it is infinite. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. May love prevail, both in the giving of forgiveness and the gracious acceptance of the forgiveness of others for the wrongs which you have done. This, my friends, is perhaps the hardest of the phrases to live. For some, it is difficult to forgive, but for most it is easier to forgive than be forgiven, for you do not wish to understand this love, and to understand that you are in need of love, that you have not, without love, become the perfect being that you can be and that you are in reality. You are so caught up in the illusion, my friends, that you forget how foolish it is and how foolish each entity is as he reacts within that illusion. But we ask you to forgive, and more than this, we ask you to accept your own failings and to accept the forgiveness of yourself and others when you have failed to manifest perfection. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. You are aware, my friends, that you yourself planned the lessons that you would learn in this lifetime. Each of those lessons requires a testing, and each testing will be difficult. As you pray to love, it is not that you ask to avoid the lessons, but that you ask the grace of love, the spirit of that which is light, to enter into you and to lead you into a wiser, higher self that protects you from misunderstanding the test and from misperceiving the testing. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. And whose is thine, my friends? To whom do we think of? The kingdom is part of ourselves. That which you know as Christ consciousness is a spark that dwells within each of us. To center yourself upon the Christ within is to then be perfectly poised for action in any direction, in any way that may be needed. It is to have your burden lifted, that you may be light of heart and merry and full of love for mankind. We ask you in your meditations and your actions, my friends, to find this love, and to see this love not only in your friends, but in the homeless, and those who have no friends, and those who are troubled. They need Christ's love, and you can offer yourself. You need not say or do anything to be radiant with the love of Christ consciousness, as you may wish to call it. For if you are centered in service and in love, all those who need you will be drawn to you, and all that they need from you will be given.